And from a little bit closer to Hong Kong, we are now going to welcome a very special guest to the stage. He is the Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. John K.C. Lee.
As in Hong Kong, an enjoyable and productive place to be in. Honorable Vice Premier He Lifeng, Deputy Governor Zhang Qingsong of People's Bank of China, Vice Minister Cao Yuanqi of the National Financial Regulatory Administration, Vice Chairman Wang Jianjun of China's Securities Regulatory Commission, Deputy Director Yin Zhonghua of the Central People's Government's Liaison Office in Hong Kong, Acting Commissioner Li Yongsheng for the MFA Office in Hong Kong, Mr. Eddie Yu, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, distinguished guests from around the world, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. Welcome to the Global Financial Leaders Investment Summit, the second edition. As some of you will recall, I called last year the inauguration edition of the Hong Kong On Stage Again Summit. Well, a year later, and Hong Kong is not merely on stage. We are at the center of the world stage, creating opportunities for a world of business, finance, and investment. That is why you are here. Some 300 decision makers from all over the world, including more than 90 group chairpersons and CEOs from prominent financial institutions. Some of you also have a long-standing business presence here, and you want to build on that business, expand your operations in Hong Kong, in the mainland of China, and throughout Asia. That is what this summit is all about, and that is why you can see the flourishing future of Hong Kong, one that is made possible thanks to the city's own strengths and to the fact that it connects the world with the mainland of China. Because simply put, Hong Kong means prosperity. 4 years ago, Hong Kong was hit by riots and violence. This was then followed by years of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now we have put an end to the riots and stability has returned, and we have emerged from the pandemic. Businesses can plan ahead, so too can investors. In the past 2 years, initial public offering funds raised here reached nearly $85 billion. Our asset and wealth management business at the end of 2022 reached just under $4 trillion, higher than our 2019 total. We are also Asia's hedge fund hub and the region's second largest private equity center. In short, the global financial community believes in Hong Kong, in the long-term promise of Hong Kong. That's why this year's Hong Kong FinTech Week, which ended just 2 days ago, attracted some 30,000 financial professionals in person and online from more than 90 economies. It was a successful and very popular event. Yes, Hong Kong is back in business, but like the rest of the world, we are living with complexity, the resonating theme of this year's summit. The world today is more complex and challenging than ever. Certainly, the low inflation, low interest rate environment of the past decade seems completely behind us now, replaced by a macro environment dominated by higher rates. That in turn has dampened demand for exports, widely blunting economic growth, and geopolitical risks continue to proliferate, squeezing international trade and complicating global supply chains. Hong Kong, a free and open economy, is hardly immune to global economic headwinds. What distinguishes and sustains Hong Kong is our one country, two systems framework. Through that guiding principle flows Hong Kong's common law system, the only such jurisdiction in China. As many of the major financial centers around the world practice common law, this commonality in our legal system creates more certainty and understanding for all. It adds to the unique strengths of Hong Kong as a leading international financial center. Together, one country, two systems, and the rule of law tell the world that Hong Kong is and will remain the gateway between the mainland and global markets, the conduit for the continuing flow of capital between Hong Kong, our country, and the world at large. In the World Bank Group's worldwide governance indicators, Hong Kong ranks third in Asia in the rule of law. And in this year's Rule of Law Index, published by the World Justice Project, Hong Kong placed 23rd out of 140 countries and jurisdictions. What does it mean? It means that we are in the top 20% in terms of the rule of law among all countries and jurisdictions sampled around the world. And this ranking, as you would notice, is ahead of some European countries and the US. Our Court of Final Appeal includes 11 overseas non-permanent judges. They come from the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. No other jurisdiction opens its judicial doors to others. I don't think it happens in your country, for example. This shows what? This shows how Hong Kong is fully transparent and open in this regard, and that we are both proud and confident in our judicial system. Hong Kong is also a center for international legal and dispute resolution services, ranked among the world's top 3 most preferred seats for arbitration. Numerous international legal and dispute resolution bodies are based in Hong Kong, including the Asia-Pacific Regional Office of the Hague Conference on Private International Law, the International Organization for Mediation Preparatory Office opened here earlier this year. The organization will be the first intergovernmental legal organization dedicated to offering mediation services for international dispute. Given these and other institutional safeguards, you can continue to place confidence in Hong Kong. Indeed, Hong Kong remains among the most competitive economies in the world. This year, ranked 7th globally by the International Institute for Management Development. Earlier this year, the International Monetary Fund reaffirmed Hong Kong's standing as an international financial center. The IMF recognized Hong Kong's robust institutional framework, substantial capital and liquidity buffers, high-quality financial regulation, and well-functioning linked exchange rate system. For the past 7 years, Hong Kong has been the largest center for arranging international bonds by Asian issuers. And we remained Asia's largest hub for green and sustainable bonds, capturing 35% of the market. We are committed as well to the growth of family offices in Hong Kong. Plans include encouraging at least 200 family offices to set up or expand their business in Hong Kong by 2025. A dynamic capital market is essential to our continuing success as an international financial center. To that end, I announced a number of measures to boost our stock market in my annual policy address 2 weeks ago. They include reducing stamp duty rates on stock transactions and reviewing the stock trading spread and fee structure of real-time data services. As for GEM, which is our second stock market board, we will streamline transfers to the main board, adding a new listing route for R&D companies and reducing compliance obligations for issuers. And Hong Kong Exchange will promote Hong Kong's listing platform to overseas issuers, including those in the ASEAN and Middle East markets. The goal is attracting more corporations to raise capital here, and in doing so, diversify Hong Kong's issue mix. We are also implementing the Capital Investment Entrance Scheme to attract capital from abroad and strengthen the development of our asset and wealth management business, financial services, and related professional services. Over the past year, I have led high-profile business missions to the Middle East and to Southeast Asia. Our trade with ASEAN countries continues to grow, soaring almost 40% since the signing of the free trade agreement between ASEAN and Hong Kong in 2017. The 10 member states of ASEAN are also founding members of RCEP, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. And in my meetings with the ASEAN government leaders, they all reaffirmed their support of Hong Kong's accession to RCEP, the world's largest FTA. We continue as well to deepen our economic and financial ties with the mainland, and in particular with the Greater Bay Area. You'll hear a great deal more about it and the far-reaching opportunities there for you at today's summit and tomorrow's investment forum. But alongside the business of financing and investment, make time too for the business of pleasure. You'll find it everywhere you turn in Hong Kong, Asia's global city. Arts, culture, entertainment, and fun city. My thanks and my congratulations to the main organizer of this year's summit, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, which turned 30 this year. A very good year, as I recall. I wish you all a rewarding summit, a memorable stay in Hong Kong, and the best of business, finance, and investment in the coming year. Thank you.